Hi, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Not Aspirational. I'm your host, Hannah Aaron Brown. Merry almost Christmas. Happy to have y'all here. Happy to offer some comfort in your ears while you prep for your holiday. And today I am joined by dear friend of the podcast, my husband, Jake Relic. Welcome to the podcast, Jake.
Hi, Hannah.
Thanks so much for making the time to be here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
That's okay. You're welcome. So, Jake, tomorrow we have a lot going on. We're recording this on Sunday. Tomorrow my dad gets to town. How are you feeling about the holidays?
Excited. I'm really excited for your dad and Susie to come. I think it's going to be really fun.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, I'll hopefully be in a better mood than I am now. Now, listeners, I was letting you all know that I am coming out of a negative episode, but then that was before our massage therapist called me stocky. So it's been a rough couple. I've had a rough couple days. Like the fact that I don't have wine in hand right now is actually astounding.
I know.
I should.
We typically do, but we're not home.
Today we're in a studio. And listeners, you might be wondering, like, why are you in a studio? That's a great question. It's because I've never had a guest in person, and I thought, it's Christmas, it's the end of the year, let's do it up. I found this gorgeous space, and who knows, maybe next year I'll have more guests, and you'll see me in a studio more often. It feels very comfortable being here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's actually, we had a few hiccups, but
yeah.
It's good.
There's nothing that's like gonna make me crash out more than one, being called stocky, and then two, tech issues, both of which I've had to deal with in like a 24-hour period. And then I had some freak on a bird scooter sexually harass me today. So it's been a day.
It's been a day.
But I hope that wherever you are listening to this episode, I hope that you are vibing. I hope you're feeling good. I hope that if this podcast is, your company while you're on a walk to escape your in-laws or what have you, or whether it's keeping you company while you bake some holiday cookies, that you can enjoy yourself. Is everything okay?
I think so.
So, Jake, I brought you on here today to... Does it sound echoey to you?
No.
Okay.
I do think this needs to go a little closer.
So, Jake, I brought you on here today to discuss a truly iconic episode of Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 3, Episode 9, Twas the Fight Before Christmas. But before we get into that, I wanted to actually ask you about some not aspirational tales of Christmas past in our relationship that I thought might entertain the listeners. First, I want to start with our first Christmas together in 2019, if you can remember.
Yeah, when you call me mom.
Yes, that's the one. So I want to offer the listeners a little bit of context. How do you remember that story?
We went and got a tree, and we went to like the dollar store and got a bunch of like ornaments. We were hitting up all those. We went to Target and got more ornaments, and we were browsing the ornaments at Target, and you said, I think you were like, oh, look at this one. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh yeah. Like I kind of like rolled my eyes. You're like, Mom. Like it was something.
Oh, Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, you called me mom in a frustrated tone.
I just was thinking about that because I was like, there are so many stories on this list that now I think are really funny, but there was a time where I was like, Jake, we're never going to speak of this again, never tell anyone about this again. Yeah. What I remember is like, I think a huge green flag for you was like our first Christmas together. I was going to be alone in LA. She was alone. I was going to be alone in LA, and because you were flying back for Christmas. We hadn't even been together a full 6 months yet, or like we were just approaching 6 months together. And I was like super broke, but I really wanted Christmas decorations. And my therapist was like, go to Dollar Tree, like just get something to make yourself feel festive. So you like took a Saturday with me. I think I took a Saturday off of work, which was huge because I worked in restaurants, and we like made a day of it. You bought me my first Christmas tree in LA, a real tree. We decorated it together. We watched movies. We like drank Prosecco. But yeah, we did go to Target and I called you mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, never speak of this again. But I think it's so funny. I think it's because you made me feel so like emotionally safe and secure that it was just like being with my mom.
Yeah. Well, the other funny thing is that we ran into a girl that I had hooked up with too. At like same trip at Target.
Same Target. It was chock full of nuts.
It was, yeah.
I remember like we ran into her and you were like, oh, hey. And she was like, hey, how's it going? And you guys were like very pleasant to each other.
Yeah.
And I was like, she was nice. And you were like, yeah. And I was like, you guys hooked up, didn't you? And you were like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I was like, nice.
Nice.
Next tale that I wanted to bring up is last year, our first Kansas City Christmas together with your family, specifically game night from hell. Two things happened.
Game night from hell. It was so fun. We had a great time.
Sure, Jan. I just want to shout out any listeners who like this is your first Christmas with your in-laws, like not with your family or not at your house. If you're feeling a little fragile, I think that's okay. And I don't think we talk about it enough. And specifically last year, I obviously had a blast with your family. I'm obsessed with your family. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But I remember,
who do you hate the most? Who's the in-law that you hate the most?
You and Danny, I swear.
Who is it? Who is it?
Right now it's yo ass. So like last year on Christmas, I was just like, I was a puddle. I just kept crying.
Yes.
And we ended up at your cousin's bar, and family member Laura, we love her. She was like, I was just like so sensitive. I was full like Meredith Family Stone after the dinner when she just breaks down in the car.
Yeah.
And Laura was like, oh my God, this is your first Christmas in KC. She was like, this is normal. Your first Christmas with your in-laws, you will cry. Like, she's like, I did it mine. And it was the first one, got it out of my system. Never happened again. So if this is your first Christmas with your in-laws or somewhere different and you're feeling a little emotional, that's okay. It's a rite of passage.
And I didn't cry my first Christmas with your family.
No. But
I did throw a fit about gifts, but other than that,
yeah.
But
game night from hell. So we were playing a game called Worst Case Scenario. Can you explain to our listeners how that game works?
It's kind of like I don't know. Basically, I don't even really know. Honestly,
okay.
It's like you lay out, you get cards. You have like 5 cards, and you lay them all out. And you decide what order, without telling people what order, you decide 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 1 through 5, or something like that.
You rank them best to worst case scenario, but they're all like pretty bad scenarios.
But they're all like pretty bad things, or like not even that bad. Honestly, it's all over the place.
I have the beholder, but then everyone else has to guess how you ranked them.
Yeah, and so they all put like, okay, so Jake, thought this one was the worst thing, or like being chased after a cheetah was the worst thing, or something like that. And they rank it 1 through 5, and then you go and you rank them, and the other team, the other people playing get points for everyone they get right.
Right. So like the closer you're able to guess of the person's ranking, the more points you get.
Yeah.
So we were playing this last year. Really fun game. Everyone in the family loves this game.
Yeah.
And Jake pulled a card that was like, surprise, your wife has a surprise pregnancy.
Unexpected pregnancy.
Yeah. And I put that as like number 1, no big deal, because I was like, we're married. Like, whatever, we'll figure it out. Jake puts that as number 5, worst case scenario. And this is how fragile I was, because now I can look back on this and be like, who cares? And also, like, respectfully, I'm not like, chomping at the bit to be a mom. So like, kind of who cares? I fully cried. I was like, I just can't believe that.
Yeah, you didn't cry in front of anyone though. You like went upstairs and like the game was over, and then
I had
you
like
went
a weepy
upstairs
moment.
and there was other shit that happened that day, week, whatever.
Yeah, it was loaded, but I had a full like mentee bee about that game, and it's So dumb.
But the best part of that game is that, like, that specific game that we played, I got none right for you. You got none right for me.
Mm-hmm.
We have been together, or at that point had been together for like 5.5, 6 years.
Yeah.
And we had just gotten married, and we're like, yeah, we went to Italy, we came back. And
stronger than ever.
My younger brother, Mike, got all of Hannah's right and all of mine right.
Yeah.
But we just don't know each other, apparently.
He was like, well, I was just looking at a pattern. There was just a pattern in the way that you guys were putting the things down. And I was like, whatever. Another thing that happened during that cursed game night was a fart slipped out of my ass in front of your dad. And
well, we don't know, though.
But we do.
I don't understand. This is I don't understand how you don't know
if I farted.
If you farted.
Sometimes one just creeps out.
Is that because you're like scrolling so much and you're just like disassociating so much that like
that I don't even pay attention to what my asshole is doing? No. It was just it just like snuck out, I think. Mm-hmm. It just cracked the door open a little bit and just and it was and then all of a sudden it was a silent but deadly. And I literally was looking around like, is it me? And it was just me and Jake's dad, Bill, at the dining room table. And he's like playing Wordle or something while you're all like in the kitchen. He's not paying attention. And he just goes, pee. And I was like, I'm going to kill
Hannah
myself.
Cried that night.
I'm going to kill myself because I put so much pressure on myself to be perfect. Even though this podcast is called Not Aspirational, when it comes to being around my in-laws, I go full like Meredith, but like not annoying, like not in an unlikable way, but I do want to be
not in an unlikable way, but
I do want to be perfect.
Sometimes it's annoying, yes.
It's annoying?
Oh, to me, yeah.
Oh, to
not
you.
to other people, no.
You're just like chill out, like no one cares.
Yeah.
And I'm like, like I wig out about everything. And that's probably why I have nervous farts. But Bill went, pee.
Well, also like everything we eat at that house.
It's so like, rich. I mean, a Midwestern Christmas, it's beige.
Just bark.
Cheese, potatoes.
Yeah.
What do you mean bark? Like healthy bread?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. But I think like now I can look back on it fondly and just be like, oh, LOL, remember the time that I accidentally snuck out a fart around Jake's dad. Remember the time we played worst case scenario and Jake and I didn't know each other at all. And now like this Christmas, we're so back.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. Christmas hasn't happened yet.
Ask us 5 minutes ago.
Agreed. True. Okay, but to be fair, this tech shit was really annoying.
No, I know.
It was really annoying. Last Christmas tale, Not Aspirational tale of Christmas past, is when our flight back to LA got canceled in 2021 from Chicago back to LA. And we were
back to LA. Okay.
We were the couple fighting in the airport.
Not the one when it got canceled on the way to
Kansas.
And that was just like full blown canceled.
We just didn't go to Kansas. No, not that one. The one where we were at O'Hare. We were ready to fly back. We were so tired. And they were like, we're out of pilots. Tough titties.
Yeah.
They just said delayed. Just kidding. And then we had to stay in the Hilton across the way from O'Hare. And we yelled at each other in the middle of the airport.
I feel like there was like government shit going on.
Well, it was like post-COVID, so I think they were still short-staffed. That's what it was.
They were short-staffed, and it was like...
And like, we had gotten vaccinated in April, and like, we were up to date on our vaccines, but I think a lot of people were getting sick anyway, because that's what happens during the holidays.
Yeah.
So they were short-staffed.
The pilot had timed out, so like, he couldn't... So literally, we see our plane had been... I think our flight had been delayed like an hour. And
you always do this. You always look for the plane.
Yeah.
I've never once looked for the plane. Sorry, keep going.
I just track to see that because if the plane's not there, like...
You just go, oh, there's our plane. I don't even pay attention.
Oh.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
It's like waiting for an Uber.
I don't think about that.
I check the like license. I mean, it's not, I don't check the wing number or anything, but yeah, the plane wasn't there and we had been delayed, and then it showed up. And we just watched the pilot fully walk off the plane, which happens a lot. But at night, not typical. Like not it wasn't there also wasn't another pilot like waiting. Normally you see like the pilot and the flight attendant staff and all that. They're like waiting next to the door to go on. But our pilot said,
"Fuck off, everyone. Yeah. I'm bloody resigning. Shove it up your ass, Margaret."
Yeah, he was just like, whoop. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
And then
that doesn't seem right.
We got delayed, and eventually we both handle stress differently. And in an airport, it's like so heightened anyways. Yeah. And at the end of the holidays, you're all like so tired. You just want to go home, be back in your routine.
And everyone does it.
Of course. But we like fully had like a public argument in the airport. We were like, what the fuck?
It wasn't that public. It was just, we snapped
at each other.
There was a snapping back and forth. And then we were just like, okay, let's just go.
But that's when we learned the important lesson, which was have a sync at the beginning of the holiday season.
Yeah, because the next year, we were going to Chicago still, but we were trying to stop in Kansas City for Mike's birthday. It was his 30th birthday.
Yes. Jake's brother, my brother-in-law.
His birthday is on the 22nd. So we were going to stop in.
Celebrate Mikey's birthday.
And then leave the next day.
Yeah.
And I think it was just snowstorms. Like there were just snowstorms and they were just like, we got an email or a text or whatever. I got a text.
You got a text.
That was just like, your flight's been canceled. And we were like, oh, okay. So then we just changed our flight and went straight to Chicago.
We got lunch, though, in LA before we left. And we got little mini Prosecco's. And you like grabbed my hands over the table and you were like, whatever happens this year, we're a team.
Yeah.
We got this. And now it's become kind of a ritual, which I think is nice.
Yeah, it's nice to remind ourselves.
Yeah. Like, ourselves, each other.
Shit's gonna happen. It's traveling.
100%.
It's life.
And I also think like normalize having a pre-travel sync with not just your partner, but like your friends and family. Like, let's say like you and your siblings are like, not you, like the proverbial you.
Yeah.
You and your siblings are about to go to like a relative's house that like always says something that pisses you off. Like maybe have like a sibling sync before and be like, guys, we're a team. We can handle this together. I got you. Just remind each other that you're in their corner. I think that's nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks, babe. But we're not here to talk about us today. Oh, no. I asked you to join me in recapping Season 3, Episode 9 of Real Housewives of New Jersey, Twas the Fight Before Christmas. Now, every year I find myself going back to RHONJ because you think Bravo Christmas episodes, you think RHONJ, you think Berkshires, you think Dorinda, you think I made it nice. But I've been really into rewatching early Real Housewives of New Jersey. In front of the pod, Alice was like, Real Housewives of New Jersey has some really underrated holiday episodes. And I was like, she said this to me like back in October. And I was like, Alice, you're a genius. I'm going to watch Real Housewives of New Jersey while I do like my holiday baking. But I haven't done any baking yet, but that's neither here nor there. But I was like, that is the perfect Christmas episode to give us a little Bravo giggle, a little Bravo reprieve this Christmas. You have like very little herstory in like with this show, with Real Housewives of New Jersey. What were your thoughts going into like watching this, taking notes on it, etc.?
Going into it, I was kind of like, meh.
Yeah, you're not really into New Jersey. You don't respond to it.
I don't, and I realized why watching this.
Ooh, don't tell me now. Wait until it comes up organically.
I will.
Okay. I was, on the other hand, thrilled because I would say Real Housewives of New Jersey is a franchise that I find myself going back to like not at all. Like I barely ever rewatched it. And when it was airing like live, I was obsessed. But I've never been like, I'm going to go back. I just watch RHONJ and Vanderpump Rules, don't, like back and forth.
Yeah.
So revisiting these early seasons was so delicious. Also, I saw a TikTok where someone had a Mob Wives themed holiday party. And everyone looked so good. Fun. And I was like, we have to do that next year.
Yeah, I did make a note somewhere. I was like, the furs.
The furs are good.
The furs were furring.
They just give us so much. Like they feel like a caricature of Jersey, but like in the best way. Like I feel like I'm watching Goodfellas. Shall we begin this episode?
Sure.
Okay, it's Christmas in New Jersey. We open on Tree's house where the girls are helping Juicy Joe and Teresa decorate their Christmas tree. Tree asks Gabriella what Christmas means to her, and she's like, it's presents and we open gifts.
Oh, Teresa, you said tree?
Yeah.
I know, but I thought you were talking about like the Christmas tree, and I was like, what?
I could see how that could
But
be
yes,
confusing.
okay,
The Bravo
got it.
fandom calls
Yes.
her Tree.
Oh, copy
and her
that.
fans are known as tree huggers.
Of course.
So Tree's like, since the bankruptcy, we're cutting back. And she wants to teach her daughters that they can't get everything they want. And Gia asks if they're going to see Zio, Joe, and Melissa for Christmas this year because traditionally they do, but Tree is kind of over it. Meanwhile, at Melissa and Joe's, they're decorating not one but two trees for Christmas. It's chaos, and Melissa reveals that they're throwing a huge Christmas party for Christmas and Jesus' birthday. And did you see that guy when there's like a million Joes in this episode? Okay, we should do a quick Joe review. So we have Joe Gorga, that's little Joe, that's Teresa's brother.
Uh-huh.
And then you have Juicy Joe, Joe Giudice, who's like, I don't fucking know Tree.
Yeah, he's the one with the big glasses.
No, that's Richie Wakile.
Oh.
No, we'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah. That's what okay, keep.
So
I didn't like take notes of like recapping the episode. I more of just I wrote down my thoughts.
Just jump in when it's appropriate. Okay. So did you notice though, there was that scene where at Melissa and Joe's, they're putting up their Christmas trees and there's this guy helping Joe Gorga put up the tree. And he's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching it, Joe. And he's giving like Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And then their son Joey is legit like not even 1 year old.
Like climbing the ladder?
Well, maybe, but he was also wearing a full-blown newsboy cap, which I thought was something of note.
Oh, yeah. No, but there was one point, this was like right before or right after. They're like, I'm not touching it. I'm not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
The like 1 year old was like 3 rungs from the top of the ladder.
Oh, sure. By himself?
By himself. No, and Joe was like, oh, God.
Joe Gorga. I met Joe Gorga at BravoCon, obsessed with him and Melissa.
Yeah.
Back at Teresa's, she asks Juicy Joe when all the bullshit about them in the tabloids is going to stop because there's been like a bankruptcy. There's some shady business going on. And she reveals that when he went away for 10 days, they told the girls that he was on a fishing trip. She's like, I don't want to mess with their childhood. I'm like, as if they're not going to get older and see this and like know what happened. And spoiler alert, they both went to prison ultimately.
Wait, have we gotten to the birthday yet?
What birthday?
The daughter that had her birthday at the beginning.
What?
The stepdaughter that got like a car?
Oh, no, we're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
We're not there yet. And Joe brings up how you just scared the shit out of me. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Did you watch the wrong episode?
That would be on me if so. Joe brings up how Teresa's brother, Joe Gorga, is disloyal, and so is her cousin Kathy.
Okay.
And Teresa wants to be able to handle things with her brother, and she wants Juicy Joe to stay out of it. So there's some family drama bubbling, simmering beneath the surface.
It's interesting because she wants the family to, she wants the like other guy to stay out of it, but she also doesn't really deal with it with her brother. She deals with it with her sister-in-law.
100%.
So she wants her sister-in-law to stay out of it, but her sister-in-law's brother can't say. Is that what it is?
She wants. Wait, sorry, what?
Who's Juicy Joe?
Joe Giudice. So he's married to Teresa.
Yeah.
And Joe Gorga is little Joe. He's married to Melissa.
Oh, so she married somebody with the same name as her brother.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Gross.
Yeah.
Weird.
There's a million Joes. And then later in the episode, we see Melissa's brother-in-law, Melissa's sister's husband, is also named Joe.
Yeah.
There's so many Joes. Thick glasses is Richie Wakile, though, and we will get to him because he's very important to me. So Melissa asks Joe to stop eating chips and get off his ass and help her. And they chat about the party. And Joe's worried about Juicy Joe, like copping an attitude at the Christmas party because at their baby Joey's christening, Joe Giudice charged Joe Gorga. There was a full physical altercation at the christening of their baby boy with the newsboy cap.
Okay.
And someone alleges that Joe Giudice's mom like punched them in the face. Melissa's sister is like,
oh, sure.
Teresa's mother-in-law punched me in the face. So like there was violence at this christening. Then we cut to Jacqueline Larita's. I fucking hate Jacqueline Larita. So Ashley, the one whose birthday it is, Jacqueline is her mom.
Yeah, I didn't like her either.
Okay, what didn't you like about Jacqueline?
She just was a little dark. She's got a dark energy. She's got like
But she doesn't know it.
No. She's also like, she wants her now husband, her daughter, to think that her now husband is like her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And not like think, but like treat him as such.
She also is annoying because she's so condescending to Ashley while also being like wildly immature. Like she had Ashley really young. And so I think she kind of did that thing where it's like, we're best friends.
Yeah.
And it was like inappropriate. And I think Ashley like knew too much at a young age. But now Jacqueline's doing that thing where she blames Ashley for just like being a fuck up. And I hate the way she talks to Ashley because it's like, if you talk to a young person who's struggling like they're struggling, it's like, that's not helpful. It's like, I know from when I've struggled in my life, when I've had like, quote, grown-ups be like, Hannah, you really need to get it together. It's like, fuck you. Now I just want to act out more because I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me. So like the way Jacqueline acts like she's not responsible for Ashley being this way is fucking crazy. And she always loves doing like an under the breath, like, well, Ashley, you should be really grateful for your family. Like shit like that.
But then which I'm, we'll get there, but like the like animosity towards the stepdad, I feel like it's
on Ashley's part.
On Ashley's, I feel like it's fake. Like I feel like it's very much like this is a storyline for this season, like for the show. Like I don't feel like it's like a real thing.
Interesting.
But I could be wrong.
I mean, you're coming in, you're doing a quick drive-by of the show, and you're saying like, this. That's an interesting theory to bring up.
Which is why I'm like, I know I said like, oh, she like wants Ashley to like treat Joe.
No, sorry, Chris.
Like a father. And I'm like, but this is like the amount that they talk about it and the way that they talk about it makes me feel like it's just like this is the only interesting thing we have going on in our family.
Oh, you need to watch more. We find out they're gifting Ashley a car, but Jacqueline also gives Ashley the gift of religious and spiritual trinkets for protection.
Yes.
And then Jacqueline's like, and well, we sort of had like a surprise for you, but it like fell through. Like your dad was supposed to come, but then like he got the flu, so he can't come anymore. And Ashley's like super disappointed and starts crying. And she's like, I kind of just wish she like didn't tell me. She really misses her dad and wishes that he could be there. Jacqueline's like, it just like seems like she respects her father more than me, even though like I'm the one who's like been there. Because her dad lives in Texas. So Jacqueline has this bitterness of like, well, why do you like your dad better even though he like left you behind and I've been like in the trenches with yo ass?
Because he's not you?
Literally because he's not you. So Ashley's like stressed about how to spend the holidays. She's like, I kind of feel like I'm just like a ping pong ball. Like I'm always going between my parents. And Jacqueline tells Ashley to take the positive out of it. She's like, just take the positive out of it. Like how great is it that you have like multiple families that you like get to spend the holidays with, that you want to spend the holidays with. And I'm like, to try and like be toxically positive when your kid is just having like a sad moment of like, I just miss my fucking dad and I wish he could have been here. Like just leave her alone.
Yeah.
I know Ashley can be a terror, but also I'm like, I don't know. I see through all of Jacqueline's bullshit and it annoys me that Ashley got the villain edit when she was like 19 years old.
Yeah.
Then Chris, Lauren, and Albie Manzo arrive at Ashley's birthday dinner, which is at a Japanese hibachi restaurant called Mount Fuji.
Is with birthdays at a hibachi restaurant.
I think a birthday at a hibachi restaurant is the most cursed thing you can do. Mainly as a white person. I'm going to speak to my own experience. I feel deeply uncomfortable.
I was in college and I went to somebody's birthday with her and her entire family. And her birthday is in December.
Sure.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
Sure.
It was her 21st birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And we all took sake bombs. And it was, I was not 21 yet, but they still got me one and, like whatever. But I finished my sake bomb faster than anyone else there. And that was funny. But yes, we did a birthday at a hibachi on the plaza.
It's uncomfortable. I don't obviously, I don't fault anyone working in the restaurant. I'm like, get your bag, do your fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, make money off, dumb white people being like, yay, make a choo-choo train out of onions. But, I'm not fucking interested.
It's a volcano.
Sorry, a volcano out of onions.
Remember that hibachi in Mexico?
Yeah, it was cursed.
And we all smelled like
fish
for
days
the
and
rest
days.
of the trip.
Also, I'm just... two things about a hibachi restaurant. I am going to harp on this for a second. I don't want to be sat at a table with like strangers. Like if you go to like just a run of the mill like Benihana, like it's us and just like randoms.
Right.
And then also like I don't like being a captive audience really ever.
I do. I
don't want to feel like I have to respond. I just want to eat.
Yeah.
And
I just
talk
want to eat.
you. Like I don't want to like have to be like clapping along and like I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to engage.
I do think that maybe that's why people have birthday parties there, so that the whole birthday party can take up the whole table.
Right, but even then it's
so
like,
then you're not with other guests. But yeah, it's like I'm not talking to the person across from me because there's a
show
person in front of me.
It's a show.
Yeah. And also, like, why do they throw the shrimp in the hat? That's kind of gross.
Does anyone ever end up eating the shrimp?
I feel like somebody does.
I mean, I've avoided hibachi since I was like 19. It's been a minute.
Except for in Mexico. But also, like, there's only so many restaurants.
There were only so many restaurants in Mexico in that parked cruise ship. So the Manzo kids are all like so obsessed with their mommy and daddy, and they talk shit about how Ashley got a Jeep for her birthday, even though she fucked up her last car.
She's like, I love my car.
She's like, I fucking love my car. Caroline and everyone shows up. At this point, Caroline is a radio host, and her son Chris break into little voices. He's like, is that familiar radio voice, Caroline Manzo? And they're like, and
yeah, that was weird. That was hilarious, but it was weird.
They're obsessed with each other. Like Caroline loves Chris. And they all wonder where Ashley is. And then in this cursed Jeep ride, Ashley's making her way there with her friend Allison. And her friend's like, well, you're doing something good if you got a car. And Ashley's like, even though Chris has done so much for me, I still miss my dad in Texas so much. We're always like joking around, laughing together. And then with my stepdad, she's like very different. Like, I mean, like money doesn't buy a relationship.
But that's what I'm saying, though, is like that just seems like a forced storyline.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I don't think it is, but I appreciate your perspective as someone who's
I mean, I know that she's like, what, 19 or something like that?
She's turning 20 on this episode.
Yeah, so she's probably just
she's going to take that Jeep. She's going to be like, money doesn't buy a relationship, but like also give me the keys to the car.
Yeah.
And like what 19-year-old wouldn't, you know?
Yeah.
Ashley shows up at her dinner and Lauren and Chris Manzo ask Ashley about her new car and they're like, wow, it's really expensive. And then she reveals that a different Chris, her stepdad Chris, paid for it. And they're like, well, are you going to be an asshole to him? That's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're just constantly shitting on Ashley, like, what is her motivation to not be an asshole? Because then it becomes like a what came first, the chicken or the egg situation where it's like, is she an asshole because she's always been an asshole, or is she an asshole because you call her an asshole? And then she has a valid emotional response to you calling her an asshole. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then the entire dinner, Ashley is texting. She seems miserable. Then Jacqueline's like, okay, can I make a toast? When Ashley puts her phone down. And then she makes a toast for Ashley. She's like, happy birthday, Ashley. I hope you look around the room and you see that everyone is here for you. You have a lot of people that love you. And this is going to be a good year for you. I can feel it. So condescending. Am I like
no
out of my mind?
No, I was just like, I had the whole, I thought the same. I was just like, she's the type of mom that's like, we're best friends. I mean, you talked about this, but like, she's like, you guys can drink at my house. It's fine. But then like the moment that Ashley turns into an adult and makes a boundary, it's like, I was there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's just so backhanded to be like, it's going to be a really good year for you. I don't know. Like coming from, not in general, like I don't think there's anything objectively wrong with someone saying, I feel like this is going to be a great year for you. But like coming from Jacqueline, it just feels backhanded where it's like, last year you were such a fuck up, but this year you're going to get it all together.
Yeah.
Ashley then makes a speech. She's like, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. I may not always show it. I love you all. I love you all. And I'm so glad you're all here right now.
Yeah.
Back at Melissa's, the party planner arrives. We meet Fabulous Fred. How did you feel about Fabulous Fred?
He was great.
I loved him. He had like a flimsy little purple neck scarf that sort of just like hung around him like a Snoopy scarf.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice that, but that's funny.
We have Joe Gorga and you guessed it, a newsboy cap. And Melissa's in like rain boots with a rosette on them and like a hoodie poncho top.
Jesus' birthday.
It's Jesus' birthday and I'm very close to God. And I just like, I feel it. Like I feel Christmas.
I wrote Jesus' birthday. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's not Jesus' birthday. It's not.
It's not?
I mean, it's celebrating the birth of Christ, but it's not his actual birth. He was born in like the summer.
Really?
Yes.
Is that like the summer solstice?
I don't know.
Interesting. Can we fact check that?
Okay, here. You want me to fact check it?
This is when I wish I had a producer. When is Jesus's real birthday?
Here's the deal. They moved it to the end of the year because of...
You're right.
I know. But they moved it to the end of the year, I think, for a few reasons. My conspiracy theory brain goes, they moved to the end of the year so that there's a bunch of shopping done at the end of the year so that all the companies can have it just boosts their profit right before the year is over.
Okay.
And they, anyway, that's just how I feel.
According to Google, he was likely born between 6 and 4 BC. The exact date is unknown, but centuries later, December 25th was chosen, possibly to align with Roman winter solstice festivals, not because it was his actual birth date, although you have a different theory on that one. Birthday. Fabulous Fred is walking them through the party plans, starting in the driveway. He's like, there's going to be a beautiful round table here with a sculpture of you and Joe. He's like, okay, you're going to have your carolers paired up over here. Okay, 2 and 2. And here, we're going to relocate all your furniture and have the casino in here, 2 blackjack, 1 craps, 1 roulette. And in here, we'll have our DJ up on the balcony. This is going to be a winter wonderland of desserts. You'll love it. Lots of burning candles. Joe Gorga pours a shot because he's stressing out about how fucking expensive this party is going to be. Also, something about having gambling at a birthday party for Jesus is funny to me.
Jesus' birthday.
For Jesus' birthday. And then Melissa told Fabulous Fred that she could do whatever she wanted. She was like, budget doesn't matter. And she's like, because I'm really doing this because we're donating a lot to charity too.
Get out of here.
She's like, we're donating, to the children at St. Joseph's Hospital.
And we're done charity. Get out of here.
And then in her confessional, she's like, I would never spend this much money on a lavish party without doing something for children this time of year.
Also, have we gotten to how much it costs yet?
No, we're about there, but
Okay.
I do need to talk about this thing that Fabulous Fred said about servers.
The roly-polies?
Yeah.
And did you see Melissa? Melissa's her name, right?
Yeah, she was mouth agape, jaw dropped.
Jaw on the floor.
So he said, no offense. I mean, if you want roly-poly servers with their bellies sticking
They're going
out,
to cost one thing.
they're one price. If you want models, good-looking people, beautiful people that speak correctly, they're another price. And Joe and Melissa are literally like, jaws dropped. The party is going to be $50,000.
What year was this? Like the 2010s?
Like 2008 or something.
Yeah.
2009.
$50,000.
Insane.
What would that be today? My guess is like 70 to 80.
It would be like 75,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. And Joe Gory's like, spending a lot of money on this party, is it worth it? It's for the kids, the charity, it's for the kids losing their hair, they have cancer, it's a start. And he just keeps taking shots.
Yeah.
When in doubt.
Yeah, charity.
Meanwhile, at Kathy Wakile's house, professional decorators are hard at work while Kathy and her kids decorate their tree.
Okay, so this Rich, this man in the glasses, he looks like the character that Tom Cruise played in
Tropic Thunder. Rex Grossman.
Mm-hmm.
I find him attractive.
I'm.
What
I don't
percent
know
are you
what
surprised?
to say. I'm not surprised because your spectrum of who you find attractive
all over
is all over the fucking place, but it's also weird as shit sometimes. You thought that I looked like Miles Teller?
Yeah.
No.
Interesting. Kathy puts what looks like a Mardi Gras mask that looks like a cat on top of the tree as a tree
blue
topper.
and maroon for Christmas. What holiday are we celebrating?
What holiday is it?
What are we doing?
Well, we're very kind of pretentious about. We are a red, green, and gold family.
But blue and maroon.
What are you talking about, Kathy?
What is this?
Richie is like, my wife is a complete package, and I see the things that my wife does around the house. So once in a while, I got to get out there and be a man and, try to prove to her that I'm not just pretty. I can do other things, you know what I mean? Like hire people. And he hovers over the professionals. And he tells the professional decorators that this is actually Kathy's Christmas gift. And they're like, does she know that? And he's like, no, don't tell her. Meanwhile, Kathy's talking about how she intends to behave towards Teresa at Melissa and Joe's Christmas party. She's like, I'm going to be cordial. And Richie walks in to see the tree and he's like, holy shit, what's with the feathers? What is it, like a rooster tree? How come the cat on top looks cross-eyed? And Kathy's like, don't look at it too long. Cute. Meanwhile, we have Caroline in the white Range Rover. She goes to a jewelry store with her husband, Albert, who I also think is really hot.
How did I miss this?
They go to the jewelry store with the jewelry designer, and Caroline reminds Albert that she wanted to do something special for the kids this year for Christmas. She's like, growing up, I'm one of 11. We love big, we fight big, we make up big. Caroline loves saying that.
This is the redhead, right?
Yes.
The one that got the show not aired, right?
Ultimate Girls Trip. Yeah, her and Brandy Glanville had some sort of dalliance that wasn't allowed to see the light of day. And Caroline's like, over the years, there have been times where I'm not proud of myself and I don't want my kids to see that, the way I've treated my siblings isn't always the best, the way I've acted towards my siblings. So she wanted something to symbolize how they're always together, they're family. And she has a jewelry designer come up with a custom bracelet for all of them. And she shows them multiple mock-ups and they land on one with an infinity design. $4,500 a bracelet. And Albert seems thrilled. And he's like, yeah, I would wear that. And I just thought it was really sexy when he was like, yeah, I'd wear that. It represents our family. And the designer's like, it's an expensive day, but you can handle it. And Albert's like, that's a lot of mortadelle. Finally, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Melissa's Christmas party. It's about to begin. They're setting up. The ice sculptors are hard at work. Melissa's getting her hair done. Joe Gorga's he comes into their bathroom where Melissa's full glam squad is. He's like, where am I taking a shower? You guys don't mind seeing me naked or what? He's such a little pervert. Melissa's like, I think I married the most sexual guy in the world. And they go back and forth being like, you die without me. No, you die without me. And Joe's like, you know how good I would live? I'd be on an island with about 10 women. And she's like, you know what I'd do? I'd cut it off. And he's like Lorena Bobbitt, you need a chainsaw. I thought it was really funny saying that she would need a chainsaw to cut off his dick.
Do you also have a crush on Joe?
I don't.
No, because of the newsboy caps.
I mean, the newsboy caps don't help anything ever for anyone. He, even meeting him in person, he's just kind of your fun, drunk uncle.
Yeah,
he's a great hang, but, I'm not attracted to him the way I am with, Albert and Richie. Tree's getting her hair done for the party, and she's pissed because Melissa hired Tree's personal hairstylist, Evelyn, behind her back. I also love that Tree's new alternate hairstylist is fully drinking red wine on the clock. Kathy and Richie.
How did I just fully miss this?
Listen, I notice everything, but I have to be in note-taking mode.
New Jersey is not my franchise.
So why do you not like it? I really wish I would have known this before I asked you to do this.
It's okay.
But that's showbiz.
I feel like I wrote it down somewhere, but basically the party felt like it feels like what will be taking place at a White House party with Trump in office. It's all people trying to act like they're super important because they have big houses.
Have you watched Real Housewives?
Yes, but people Beverly Hills has they at least have money. And New York,
like Salt Lake City, and they have no
I know,
money.
but they don't act like it's not the same type of trash. I feel like.
I will not. Honestly, that's a wrap on Jake. We're going to get through this episode, even though you didn't. I don't know how you didn't like it. You said this episode has nothing to offer, but just wait because a lot of good stuff is coming down the pike.
Melissa said library at one point.
She did. She's like, I got gambling in my library.
In my library. And I was like, uh-huh.
Kathy and Richie head to the party. Kathy loves an aggressive black and gray smoky eye and her baby blues. And people are arriving at the party. The carolers are in full swing. The overhead lighting was way too bright for a lot of the party, but that's just the kind of shit I notice. Then Greg, Chris, and Albie arrive, and they're like, it's like the house in Clueless. It's like the Bellagio. The ice sculpture of Melissa and Joe is crazy. There's money with Melissa and Joe's face on it. And Melissa's like, there's a bar in my library, and no one is skimping out on the toys. And Joe greets the boys and he's like, get a drink, the bar's to the left. You see him say multiple times as he greets people, bars to the left. And I'm like,
bars to the left.
That's the kind of party I want to go to.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it looked fun.
I think Joe and Melissa Gorga are hands down the best hang in the entire Real Housewives of New Jersey cast, past, present, and future. I think they like to party. They like to get down. They like to dance. They're horned up and ready to go all the time. Kathy and Richie arrive. Melissa is living her best life on a step and repeat, which she comes by very honestly. And the ladies are taking a picture on the step and repeat. And Joe says to Richie about his cousin Kathy.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, she's a slut tonight. Look at her.
No, he called her sexy.
Well, he called her a slut. And then Richie's like, don't worry about it. And he's like, Kat, you're looking sexy. And she goes, come on, Joe. And he's like, and then Richie goes, listen, motherfucker, that's your cousin. That's still my wife. And I'll fucking throw you on top of that ice sculpture.
That's
gross. Why Richie's hot to me.
I know, but what's gross? Who calls her cousin
sexy and a slut?
I mean,
it's so disgusting.
The whore harlot. What was that?
The harlot whore.
The harlot whore.
We watched the new Knives Out movie last night and they kept talking about the harlot whore.
I'm like, I don't know. I call my cousins like a harlot whore for fun.
Like ironically, but you wouldn't be like, you're looking sexy,
you look
Janie.
like a slut.
Yeah. Also, but I will say I never noticed what Kathy was wearing. And until Joe called it out, like I wouldn't have paid attention. But it was like bondage with like, she had like chains on the top. It was like like gunmetal, like silver. And then it had like laces and leather. And it like, it did look like a bondage outfit.
It was slutty is what you're saying.
She looked like a huge whore.
A huge harlot whore.
A harlot whore. Tree and Joe Giudice are running behind schedule. Tree is fully ready, and Juicy Joe is just like tired. He wants to relax on his lazy boy couch. This pissed me off. I was like, get your fucking ass off the couch and get ready. Tree's anticipating tension because of Melissa's family and what happened at the christening. And she wants to make sure that the viewers know that nothing like that has ever happened with just the Giudices. It only happened because of Melissa's family. Like they're responsible for the confrontation at the christening.
Right.
They make their way to the car with a ton of presents, and Juicy Joe's like, you know, if he goes, if any of them say anything stupid to you, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. You want to see what I'm going to do? They're going to catch one of these. All right, watch. And he takes to his punching bag and does like a full karate kick. And he's like,
It's like a high kick. It was very impressive for a man with that size of a belly.
Yes, and he goes, to the head.
To the head.
And I
said for a man that jolly
and petite. Like, I feel like he's short and stout. He's a little teapot.
Oh, sure. But like, it's also he like tipped. Like I was impressed.
Agilité.
Yeah.
But the fact that you said that this episode had like not a lot going on and we got this short, stout man doing a high kick on his punching bag in his garage being like, I'm going to do this to the head. That's hilarious. Like, how did you not appreciate that?
I don't know.
Then Melissa's sisters instruct her to go commando to her party. They're like, it's a party. There's no kids. It'll be a little early Christmas present to your husband.
That was like, because when I was watching it, it came back from a break, just showed that scene and then went to commercial again.
They used to do that.
I know. I was like, gosh, we used to be a country.
I was literally just going to say we used to be a country.
I know. I stole it from you. You know that.
The rest of the Manzos and the Loritas roll up to the party, and Caroline sees the ice sculpture of Melissa and Joe, and she goes, oh, that's pretty. And Melissa makes a toast and introduces Kenneth Morris from St. Joseph's Hospital. And the rest of the, what?
Kathy's the redhead, right?
Caroline.
Mm-hmm. She was rolling her eyes for that whole speech as Melissa's like coming down the stairs. And
she's like, hi, guys.
She's like, hi, guys. And it's for charity.
As you all know, it's for St. Joseph's Hospital.
And she's just like looking around, like rolling her eyes like.
I know. They're also all looking for Teresa. They're like, where's Teresa? Like, why isn't she here yet? Because everyone's anticipating some tension. By the way, when I was doing Tony and Tina's wedding in like 2016, Melissa Gorga was heavy inspo for my character. And not to brag, but I did get a good write-up in the Chicago Tribune because of it. So thanks, Melissa Gorga. Should have told her that when I met her. Anyways, Tree is hauling ass in her white Mercedes to arrive.
She wouldn't know what Tony and Tina's wedding is, though.
She might. I feel like people in the suburbs love Tony and Tina's wedding.
She's not cultured.
I don't know that Tony and Tina's wedding is cultured per se.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Tree is hauling ass in her white Mercedes to get to the party. She shows up. Everyone clocks that thesis immediately. They're polite. They're like, hi, Merry Christmas. Like, Melissa's like, Merry Christmas. You look beautiful. And Joe's like, pause to the left. And Kathy's like, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to say the right thing. I'm going to do the right thing because I'm a good Christian. Say a prayer for me right now. And Richie's like, I'm not going with you. So Kathy says Merry Christmas to Tree. She's like, Merry Christmas. How are you? And she's like, good. How are you? Kathy's like, how are the kids? And Tree's like, good. Yours? Kathy's like, they're fine. She clinks glasses with Tree. And Tree's like, haha. And Kathy's like, it's good to see you. And Tree's like, you too. And Kathy's like, no, really. And Tree's like, you too. And then Kathy follows Teresa while she's trying to get food. Mistake number one. When I'm hungry, I'm like, don't try and talk to me. And Kathy's like, I just wanted to say it is very nice to see you, and I hope we can put things behind us. And Teresa's like, oh, now it's nice to see me, right? So it's nice to see you too. And Kathy's like, what do you mean by that? And she's like, nothing, Kathy. It's great to see you. And Kathy's like, typical. So she goes to her sister, Rosie, and Rosie's like, her loss. Rosie's in another Newsboy cat, by the way.
Right, but Rosie, I was like, who is that drunk Mrs. Maisel character?
Yeah, she is. She's full Alex Borstein,
I was
Mrs.
literally
Maisel.
just like, oh, wow, we're just crossing into scripted, huh?
She's full Mrs. Maisel. And Kathy's talking shit about Tree. Tree's talking shit about Kathy. She gets Richie and pulls him into a room. So the door is closed, but we hear her go, done. I'm done. This is twice that I look like a fucking asshole. And Richie's like, all right, you get your ass out of here and rip her a new fucking asshole right now.
He was like, didn't he say something about like, I'll burn it to the ground? I'll burn this
he literally, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
He goes, listen, fuck Teresa, fuck Joe, and if you want, I'll burn this whole fucking place down, but we're not going to do that. Just relax. Let's just go back in there and have a fucking good time. Fuck that bitch.
And that was loyalty.
That was hot to me.
That was loyalty.
People are checking on Tree. They're like, what's going on with you and Kathy? Kathy fills Melissa in on what happened with Teresa. Melissa seems confused. Kathy's dress, I did say, is slutty and insane. But Kathy feels like a fool. She's like, I was just trying because my heart is pure. And she says in her confessional about Teresa, you better wrap a sweater around that heart of yours, that icy heart, because you're going to catch a cold. So dramatic. So Sopranos.
I did write down something else about New Jersey. New Jersey seems like the biggest caricature of the franchises too. That they almost seem like they made a show off of the sketches that SNL did. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm like, this is not like, it feels like a sketch comedy show.
That's what I feel like about Salt Lake City, though, too.
Okay, that's fine. We don't have to feel the same way.
We have to.
We don't have to. We actually don't.
This was an important moment. Melissa's brother-in-law, also named, you guessed it, Joe, tells Joe Giudice that he owes him $1,000 and is like, does Teresa know about that? And Teresa's pissed. She tells Melissa, she's like, your brother-in-law said that. He's lucky he didn't deck him. Go talk to him right now. And Joe Giudice is like, I'll tell you right now, I'm not in the mood tonight, so I'm just going to leave. Last time I was very nice. Tonight, I won't be so nice. And Melissa just seems annoyed. She goes to talk to her brother-in-law. She's like, are you crazy? This is my home. She's like, it will turn into a mosh pit. Like, don't start shit with Joe and Teresa. And Tree is so proud of Joe Giudice for not beating other Joe's ass. And other Joe is like, I didn't say anything bad. I said, how you doing? You got the money you owe me? Like, that's all I said to him. And I was like, he's like me, where it's like, I didn't do anything. And he clearly just started shit.
Yeah.
Then Kim G shows up. We love Kim G. She is
Who the fuck is Kim?
Kim G in season 2 played an instrumental role with Danielle Staub. Kim G is a pot stirrer. She's not a formal housewife, but she's very wealthy in Jersey. So she's kind of untouchable in that way, but she's always starting shit with people, like getting in the mix and then being like, what? She shows up with Monica Chacon, the lawyer suing the Giudices.
I know.
So Kim and Monica show up. They're in matching minks. And Kim's like, oh, Monica, we got a toast, girlfriend. And Joe instructs Tree to not say a word to Monica Chacon. She's like, she's here? Why did my brother invite her? And someone's like, I don't think he invited her. I think someone brought her. And Tree's like, oh, Kim G, she's so stupid. Normalize just calling people stupid. And Kathy immediately greets Kim G. They're super friendly. And then Tree tells Melissa to tell Kim G to leave. And Caroline instructs everyone to keep it cute. She's like, listen, you're in a good place, Tree. Try to stay in that place. And Melissa goes to greet Kim and Monica, but Tree cannot wait to see Joe Gorga kick them out. And Melissa politely pulls Kim G aside. Kim is like feeling herself. She's like, yeah, like she is having fun. She's coked up.
On
she's
that
drunk.
nose candy, for sure.
Yeah. And Melissa's like, did Monica know that Teresa was going to be here? And Kim G's like, I don't know. She knew. And Melissa's like, was she comfortable coming? Kim's like, comfortable? Yeah, she's not afraid of her. And Melissa's like, hey, so like, I don't really want any craziness going on. Like, I'm sorry, I can't let Monica stay. And Kim G's like, oh, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. And Caroline's like trying to talk down Teresa, and Jacqueline's like, I want to talk to her. And this is another annoying thing about Jacqueline is she loves to play innocent, but she's so insufferable because she's also getting in the mix and starting shit, you know? And Kim G continues to be defensive of Monica, being like, listen, she's like, Teresa was the one who came up to us in the courtroom being like, you know, we got to talk, like all ghetto. And the girl was minding her own business. And I was like, like you watch these old episodes and the way they throw around problematic language is wild, especially on Jersey. Like in season 2, someone threw the F slur around. Now this season they're saying ghetto. Like it's not comfy to watch. And Joe Gorga's like, listen, Kim, I apologize. I don't want to be rude. Monica's got to go. And Kim G's like, Jacqueline shows up and Kim G's like, you're here too? And Melissa asks Jacqueline to help explain. And Jacqueline's like, why are you starting shit when you know there's a problem with them? And Kim G just continues to be like, what's the big deal? She's not starting anything. There wouldn't have even been an altercation if she hadn't bothered them in the courtroom. So then Monica swans in. She introduces herself. She doesn't even know Joe Gorga. She's like, I don't know your name. He's like, this is my house.
That. She was like, who are you?
Which I think is such bad etiquette at a house party.
I said Monica doesn't know the host, ?
Rude. Bad manners. She's like, you don't know me, but listen, it's been 3.5 years of torture dealing with the two of them. And Melissa's like, I'm so sorry. This is a charity for kids.
Charity, yeah.
She's like, it's charity. It's charity. I'm sorry. And Kim G's like, can we just like stay away? Just like stay, but stay somewhere on the side. And Melissa's just like, enough. And Kim G's like, what, is she going to freak out every time she goes somewhere and she sees somebody she doesn't like? I mean, think about it. And Joe's like, I agree, but I'm her brother. It's my house. You gotta go. You gotta go. And Melissa's like, please, just let's go. Just come on. Like, I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so sorry. It just has to be. And Jacqueline asks Kim G to talk to Teresa, and Kim G insists that Tree owes her an apology. And Jacqueline's like, Kim G needs to step back and shut her mouth. This is a family she's dealing with. And that's where the episode ends. And listeners, I implore you to continue to episode 10 where we see Kim G get fully kicked out of the party because shit really does hit the fan.
Yeah.
This is sort of the setup. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize that when I picked this episode.
It's okay.
But I think it gave us a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for recapping with me. What did you think? Final thoughts on the episode?
I don't care.
Okay.
I know that that's not fun, but like I thought it was I guess I would have watched the next episode to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Mm-hmm. I will continue watching while I'm baking tonight.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I just didn't. I didn't. Yeah.
Okay. And let's end on a positive note. What's something you're looking forward to on Christmas?
I'm really looking forward to your dad and Susie being here. I think that's gonna be really fun. Watching movies, eating,
drinking Negronis.
I'm excited for you to make your grandma's meatballs.
They are a hit.
They are really good.
Mm-hmm. And that episode, or that recipe, I'm not dropping in the show notes. I'm keeping it in the family.
Keep it in the family. What are you looking forward to Christmas and the holidays in general?
Thank you for asking me, Woody. I'm looking forward to going bowling with the family. I'm really working on my bowling.
Oh, yeah.
Susie's really good at bowling. And honestly, you and my dad are also decent at bowling. So I'm excited to go and have a beer frame, as Susie calls it.
Yeah.
And
that's funny. I didn't know that she called it that. That's really fun.
And watching 29th Street with the fam. And I'm really excited to make the family watch Baltimoreans because I think Dad and Susie are really going to like it. And listeners, I love the movie Baltimoreans. Check it out if you haven't. It's a great Christmas movie.
It is a really good Christmas movie.
Jake, I would ask you to tell my listeners where they can find you, but I know you don't really like when people follow you on Instagram. So.
That is very accurate.
Anything else you want to plug?
No.
Well, listeners, thank you so much for listening. Follow me at Hannah Aaron Brown if you don't follow me already. If you love this podcast, leave it a rating and a review. Send it to a friend. And we hope that you have a safe, cozy, lovely Christmas and holiday season. Thank you so much for listening. And we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.